and it's good. Then we can pull this guy out. Cool. My thing broke. What's up, you guys? Welcome back. I know it's dark. It's about 5 o'clock p.m. right now, so it's starting to get dark. But I have an issue with the WRX, the white WRX. The blue one we already know isn't running and driving right now because of the flywheel being all messed up and the starter being all messed up. That will be in a video soon. We'll be getting things coming for it in a little bit. But now we have a problem with the white WRX. It has no heat, none at all. It's not overheating, so that's odd. And the only way I can get heat is when I'm going highway speeds, fully warmed up, and I'm at high RPMs, like 4,000, 4,500 RPMs. So we are going to try to bleed the cooling system really quick today, and hopefully that works. If it works for a little bit and then it stops, then it's either drinking coolant or it's burning coolant. No. Leaking coolant or drinking coolant. So we're gonna first see how much coolant is actually in like the reservoir. It is a little warm still, so you really shouldn't take the radiator cap off. I should be fine, so we'll see. But let me pop the hood, and then we will check the fluid levels and try to bleed it. Okay, so it is dark, but we are going to do this in the dark because tomorrow I would like some heat. So let's check to see. It doesn't look like there's any, well, there might be a very small amount of coolant, but not much. Not much at all. So we got a problem for sure. Got our coolant funnel. Definitely need one of these. I still have to get one. And we have our Subaru super coolant. So there are two things. You have the radiator cap, and then you have this guy. This is where you're gonna bleed it from, the highest point. So you'll take this cap off, you'll put this guy on, take the plug out from inside, fill this up, start it, and start bleeding it. And I will show you the process when we start doing it. We'll take this cap off. Now again, you wanna make sure it is pretty damn cold before you take this off. It's been sitting for 10-15 minutes now, so it should be cool enough. You don't want it exploding, but it should be fine. So we're gonna do this and hope that it doesn't explode. And it did not, which tells me we're probably pretty low. Okay, so we got that. Then we're gonna take this guy, and we're literally just going to put it in there like that. It'll fit in there nice and easy. You just push it in there and it's good. Then we can pull this guy out. Cool. My thing broke. Awesome. So you'll set it in like this. It'll be nice and flush in there. It'll fit in there good. Then you take this yellow guy out so that coolant can go in there. And then you just fill this up and watch it start bubbling. So I'll set you guys up and start filling so that you guys can see it start going down, and hopefully, crossing my fingers, this will fix our heating problem. Okay, I'll be honest, it took in quite a bit of coolant. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to see all the bubbles starting to come out. So there's definitely some air pockets in there, and it was definitely low. So what we'll do is we will start the car here in a second. I'm gonna let these bubbles come up a little bit. We'll start the car, let it get up to operating temp again, and start letting it bleed out. So we might have to rev it up a couple times, hold it, and feel the heat to see if it starts coming back. So let me start the car and we will see what happens. When you do this, you want to have your heat on high, the highest setting. You want to have the fan on the highest setting. You want to have it on your face so that you can actually feel it. So I have it going right now. Right now it's cold. We're at 169 degrees. I can show you guys real quick. 165. It went down a little bit. It's going down, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it sit for a little bit and run and see if we can get it to start heating up and see how much coolant's going down. So look at this. There is quite a bit of coolant that's already got sucked in, which tells me it was pretty darn low to begin with. So, and then what we'll do is once this is all said and done, I will test drive it and we will see if it fixed the problem. Crossing my fingers it fixed the problem. So I'm going to put a little bit more coolant in here. We'll let it idle a little bit longer and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's been idling for a little bit now. So I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to give it a little bit of gas to rev it and see if we can get any more heat. I haven't tested the heat yet, so let me see if it's any warmer. I don't think it has though. It's gotten a little warmer, so we're making some progress, but I'm going to put a little bit more in the funnel. I'm going to start revving it a little bit so that it can drink some more coolant and bring it down and see what happens. Okay, so filled up the funnel. We are currently sitting at 185 degrees, 187 degrees. And I'm feeling the heat right now and it's warmer now. So we're gonna give it some gas, rev it up a little bit and see if it gets any hotter. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, she's getting hot now. You don't have to go too high. I'm only at 2,000 RPMs right now, and it's gotten a lot hotter. My hand is no longer freezing cold, so that's a good sign. Right now we are still sitting at 183 degrees, so it went down in temperature, which is good. I'm gonna just keep bleeding this for a little bit and see how much coolant it sucks in, and we'll go from there. But right now it's looking like, again, it's either burning oil or burning coolant or drinking coolant. Now, again, I said it wrong. We're either drinking coolant or we're leaking coolant. I don't know why I keep getting those mixed up, but we're doing one of those two things. So I'm gonna have to do some more digging, maybe sometime in the morning this weekend or something. I don't know. But right now it is pretty darn hot. But again, I am still revving it up to about 1750 RPMs to 2000 RPMs. So I'm gonna let off and we're gonna see if anything happens. Got a little cooler, but not bad. It's still pretty hot. Let's go check the coolant reservoir and see how that looks. I don't think it's gonna drink anymore. I think it's pretty maxed out. I don't see any more bubbles really coming up. And it doesn't seem to be going down at all, which is a good sign. And again, just idling right now, we're still at only 183 degrees. So I'm gonna rev it up to about 2,500 RPM. Sure enough, it's really hot now. Just giving it a couple blips. Yeah, my hand feels like it's burning off now. Yeah, it is pretty damn warm. Holy shit. So we were pretty low, because normally when I'm just sitting here, there is absolutely no heat whatsoever. I have to start moving before we get any heat. Oh, also, Morgan finally cleaned my car. So thanks, Morgan. Appreciate you cleaning my car out. But yeah, we are, I think we fixed it. Now again, if it's leaking or drinking coolant, it'll happen again here in a little bit, within probably a month, I would say, if that. And if that's the case, then we're gonna have to do a little bit more searching, and by then hopefully the blue one will be running. so then we can fix that and see what the problem is. But I'm gonna let off the gas. Still nice and warm. We're still at 183, and let's check the coolant. It might have gone down a little bit, but I still don't think it really went down all that much, which again is good. But we are going to have to, I think we're going to shut it off and we're going to plug it and see what happens. So let me do that and we will go for a test drive and see how it feels. We shut the car off. It wasn't accepting any more coolant, so that's what we have left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap that off, and then I'll put the rest in the reservoir and fill up the reservoir so it's full. That way we have some in there, we can make sure that it's not losing anymore. If that starts draining, then we know something is really going on. So let's do that, and then we will go for a test drive. You guys, this all capped off. We have this closed, and it is now, let me open it up for you guys, filled to the fill line, close to the fill line. So that's good. Might be a little over actually, but that's fine. So now we are going to go for a test drive. Now I did get a new mount. I plan on doing some point of view driving, which would be pretty sweet. It's a suction one, so I can put on the side of the car. So I'm going to try to suction it to my sunroof and try to get a point of view and see how it feels. So we're going to try it and see how it goes and go from there. Okay, so right now we are in the car. You're on the roof right now, on the sunroof. Looks pretty good. I can see it on my phone. So we're going to go for a quick test drive and see how it feels. So you'll be able to kind of get a point of view driving too, which I think will be super cool. So let's start driving and see what happens. Now again, fully up to temperature already, so I don't have to wait. Normally, I always wait before I go. Always warm it up before I leave. So I'm just gonna head out right now. Cooled down a little bit. It's at 169 degrees right now, so not terrible, but still warm. And already it feels pretty darn warm. I'll just say that right now. Maybe I should put you guys under the hood so you can hear the car. Maybe on the way back I'll do that. I mean, it sounds good, I'll tell you that. Now again, I know it's dark. I did just get home from work and I wanted to make a video on this. So again, I'm sorry that it's dark and low light, but I figured I want to get more videos out because I like making videos. They're fun. I like editing them and I like seeing myself progress. I hit 100 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. And I'm hoping that we only go up from here. So, and of course, I buy cars that always need work, and I have bad luck with cars. I mean, just look at the WRX I just bought. So, I'm hoping this will all work out, and hoping you guys like the videos so far. I'm not gonna go too far. We'll go on the back roads a little bit to get a little bit of gas in it, but already it's pretty warm. Like I don't have it all the way up for fan speed because that would be a bit too hot right now. It is pretty darn warm though. Let's turn right here. Turn it all the way up. Guys, I think we fixed our problem. It's blowing hot, and I am nice and toasty warm now. Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, so coolant was low. Again, we don't know why. So if it happens again in like a month, what we're gonna end up doing is I'll start looking around to see if we find any leaks. If not, then we might have to do some tests to see if the head gasket's going out, which would not be good, considering they're pretty darn new head gaskets. I'd say they have maybe 17,000 miles on them, give or take, I would say. So they're pretty new still. But we're not gonna think bad like that. If that does come for some reason, hopefully the blue one will be drivable by then, so that we'll have a car and we don't have to worry about it. But coolant was low, we bled it, I showed you guys how, and now that we're verifying it, we should be good. I did fill it up with oil today. It was about 1.5 quart low, which is pretty low. So that's gonna be our next problem. But we already know what's going on with that, unfortunately. So that is gonna be a new short block. And I'm not gonna do that right now. I have a spare one, but I'm not ready to build it yet. Okay, we just went for the test drive. Everything seems to be working right. It's warm, it's hot actually. And let's quickly check to see how the coolant looks. I doubt it's gonna be low by now, but we can kind of see if it's any lower maybe. Let me check. No, it seems to be just fine. Seems to be perfect. So, perfect. That is how we replace, or I guess bleed, the cooling system on a 2010 Subaru WRX. If you guys like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Your support means the world. I love making these videos and editing them. It's fun to me, and I always have things to work on because all my cars always break. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.